So here we are, 1719. It turns out that quests are how you get GP. It counts the quest GP, which surprised me. When it forbade the dungeon GP, I thought, and it even locked the lucky draws, but it didn't lock the quest. So, yeah, that's where most of it comes from, and I could probably do a bit better by having 6 quests all ready to collect at the start. Or I could wait 1,000 years until I get to the next level of quests. I'm not sure just how much better I can do than this. Let's see what kind of reward we get. Alright, first question. Challenge points. Not many. Well, let's have a look. What does this fall under? Yep. What's my reward? How much of a reward we getting from this? Where's the stat? I want to know how much of a bonus I just got. It's probably sitting in front of me, but I'm not seeing it. Is this it? No. Yes. Wait. Yeah, this is it. But it's factored into a big complicated equation that doesn't tell me exactly what the DGPC bonus exactly is. Well, anyway, presumably I'm doing better than I was now. I guess I got a decent amount of challenge points. I could do better, but you know what, this is probably fine. Yeah, I'll just be satisfied with this for the time being. As I said, the way to game it, now that I understand that the quests are in, would be to just have 6 of them with high GP rewards lined up and just start the challenge by immediately collecting all 6. Well, when you're, finish setting up. When you're dealing with 1,700 GP, I mean, what you're getting from here is, it's a pittance, what you're getting from these guys. So, yeah. Even what I got from the GP campaign didn't actually make that big of a difference. I don't know. I don't know what I think of it. But, whatever, I'll just be passively gaining more GP from now on, so it's a good thing. Now I can go back to the Might Accumulation challenges, and maybe I'll even poke and try at a couple of other things. I don't know. I suppose I could try getting a few more black hole challenges done. Maybe. Or maybe I'll do something else. Who knows? Who knows what I'm gonna do? I sure don't. I do know that I need this to finish. And then, yeah. Well, these, I've left them alone for a long, long time. But you know what? I think it's time I actually found out what kind of GP per hour, CP per hour, pet growth, and everything else we actually get is. Because these numbers are, quite big. Man, my GP per hour over everything has been pretty poor. Clunk, 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 clunk. How high can I make all of these? Have light clones really been around for 1,092 days? So right now I'm doing 12-hour runs until I finish up the last few of these. We'll see how I get from those, and then I may actually reset it and try to do really tight 3-hour runs for a bit, and we'll see just what kind of numbers I can produce. I'm most interested in the pet growth, honestly. I've already got estimates and things, but this could be a little bit better way of doing it. Maybe. Except I'll constantly screw up and throw everything off all the time, which, you know, will be a problem. But we'll try our best. We'll at least try. Anyway. There are actually a lot of variables. Come to think of it, there's a lot of variables that can affect those numbers. I have a shortage of supporters because I took the Tanuki out so the Tanuki could get some training, because I'm really going to need it in the scrapyard. I really need a second water supporter to fill this out, but I don't want to put the swan in here. But at least it'd be an all-water team then. I'm working towards trying to get handle depth 4. Also, I'm constantly running out of tokens. I've got the frickin' bottle on the job again. Talismans. I'm constantly running out of them because, well, it's because I'm not running enough rogues in the forest. But the forest is one of the few places I'm running D4. Even if I can't tackle the boss still, I'm still getting more stuff. Supposedly the next update is going to fix a bug that's going to make defenders significantly better. I may have to see how I perform again after that occurs. Yeah, in the simulation, this team is not winning. But this guy's level 91, so is that really a surprise? You really have to have 2 supporters. Like, I thought maybe I could get away with not having 2 supporters, but no. No, you lose a room, and if you lose even 1 room, you can't ever tackle the D4 boss. Even though we can't even handle D4 without the boss yet, inevitably, in the end, I have to have 2 supporters. And the other one needs to be water, though. It needs to be 2 water supporters. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. It's like, maybe I could use the book. He's any class. No, he's fire. Okay. Well, you know, the chameleon can pretend to be water. Wait, no, he's a mage. I could put anything in here. No, wait. He's busy. He's going to be occupied for a while. Ah, jeez. So the only thing left I could use is Gray. Unfortunately, Gray is a rogue, and you know how much I need rogues in the forest. Turning Gray into a supporter, no. No, I'm already having wood issues. I can't afford to. Problems. I just need maybe if I can get another pet to level 100, anything will maybe be the solution. Anything is still high level. I never drained it. Although I could drain it and use the XP and give it to the gold dragon, and that might be enough to push it to level 100. But then anything would be level 1, and it would be, well, as stupid as having Tar in here, because it has no levels. Taran is inevitably destined, as I mentioned. he's inevitably destined for the scrapyard, so he's kind of leveling right now. These are tough. This is the only team that's completely kicking butt. And, I mean, to be fair, this is like an all-star team. Like, holy crap. I'm not entirely sure why I've got them set up with 2 defenders, to be honest. But defenders are good. It's winning. And there's really nothing else I can do with the book. I could try turning it into a rogue and seeing if I can still win. I don't know. This team is really kicking butt. It's, I think it's mostly on account of Fafnir here being the most powerful pet I have by far. And the elephant being an absolute, I consider it my best defender. And I consider the salamander to be my best supporter because of that 15% healing every turn. You could definitely argue for the hourglass, but the hourglass is more of a specialist. There are cases where it's amazing and cases where it's not. Where it's all, you know, but the hourglass is amazing. It's unique. But yeah, it's like, you've got 3 of my strongest pets on this team, and Balrog's no slouch either. Balrog actually has more hit points than Fafnir now, thanks to all the horns. Someday he should get the attack and the speed, too. He's actually only 5 levels behind. He's like a ton of class levels, but he's only 5 actual levels. But he even hits harder from the damage multiplier, actually. Fafnir is only more powerful because of pure growth. He's just a big dragon, and that's the only edge he's got at this point. That and hitting 1 more time, which, you know, is good. But yeah, I think Fafnir's the MVP here. Also, I'm building it the way I like a party, with mages instead of assassins to do the damage. Look, I'm sure assassins are the greatest thing in the world. I'm just not a huge fan of them. For whatever reason, I prefer mages. That said, I mean, 5.67 damage multiplier isn't bad. If I gave this thing weapons, it'd be hitting pretty hard. But, you know, you don't need weapons to handle D3. The gap between D3 and D4 is too extreme. I hope he smooths it later down the road a little. Because newer players coming in are going to be, you know... There'll be a new dungeon at some point. A light darkness dungeon to be the really hard thing. I don't know. I really wish I could handle D4 with every team. It bothers me. I'm sorting out the gems and refining the equipment. I'm still working on equipment here. I suspect this team might be able to do it. But I'm probably going to swap Taran out with the Cloud over here. And then I think they'll probably be able to handle it. But it's got to be a water element. It's like no matter how I come back, I always come back to the same problem. There is no second water element supporter. There just isn't one. It's got to be... Oh, it's got to be this very specific thing, and it's not. Grumble, 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 grumble. Maybe I'll just replace something that's not a supporter into the party. Just put in something potent. And then, since we won't be tackling the boss yet anyway, I don't know. What would happen if I just stuck something weird in the party, huh? What would happen then? I could give you the monkey. He has a damage multiplier of 7, but his attack is still lackluster. I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as he's in the fire tower. But if I gave him full-on fire equipment, he might be a beast. He might be a beast. Unfortunately, fire element isn't very good for the water temple, so no, never mind. No, I'm all off. I could put that taco in. No, he's in the right place. Honestly, I kind of want him crafting, but he saves me feathers by being with the tower teams. Right now they're running fire tower, but when they go back to running the scrapyard one, he's essential. Essential personnel. I don't know what to do. Maybe the cloud really is the right pick. I don't know. Man, that cat was one of my most powerful ones. But already, Baby Carno is doing a damage multiplier of 7.7. So already it's arguably the better one. No, not quite. Not quite. But not far off. Okay, anyway, right. Alright, it's been 24 or 28-ish hours. Alright, so let's see what our various growths look like. So some of these I had scribbled out predictions, but those were for doing 3-hour runs, not 12-hour runs like I'm doing right now. So, yeah, I make a lot less GP an hour from a 12-hour run than a 3-hour run. Who'da thunk it? Challenge points? Well, yeah, okay, we're not getting a lot of challenge points per hour right now. Challenge points per hour. 18. No. 12. 24 per day. Oh, sorry. Crystal power. Oh, not challenge points. Crystal power. Okay, I can believe that. I can accept that. Yep. That's, yeah, okay. Don't mind me. I'm insane. There is no way I'm getting 2,000 pet growth an hour. I have more than 100 pets. I feed them, but that's only once every 3 hours. Still, that's a lot. There's the growth campaign, the dungeons. There's even some of these, like mage training. No, it can't be that much. What? That's ridiculous. I did everything to push things as best I could on these, but no way. Might is kind of stretched out of proportion because we're doing these. Although 3-hour runs might still be better, probably. I could check. Some of these numbers just don't seem right. Some of these numbers just don't seem possible, especially that pet growth. I can't... Really? It's between all pets. That would mean the average pet is gaining... oh, actually, no. That only means the average pet is gaining 20... A little less than 20 growth But that's per hour? Look, I don't even... Maybe the growth I've always used the growth campaign of as my benchmark of how my pets are growing, but maybe the growth campaign is not the largest portion of my growth. Let's see. Currently, I can't even make the 20K. In 24 hours, I can get, let's just call it 18,000, a nice round number. That's less than 1,000 per hour. Okay. Almost half of this is the growth campaign. Okay, alright. Alright, I can accept this now. It shocks me because it's so much more than I was expecting. Because it just seems like, wow, really? Okay. Okay, I guess all these make sense then. I guess. Do I really get that many pet stones per hour? Really? I mean, I guess so. But I mean, this is with all kinds of outliers like lucky draws and things over here on the top. So, So I gain like, what? 24,000 a day? Huh. Interesting. I wonder how these numbers would look if I could do 3-hour runs effectively for a day. How different would it look? I have to test that. I gotta finish these first. I've only got a few left. Then I'll have to test that. I'll have to do it over the next weekend. If I can find the time. I get about twice as much GP per hour when doing the 3-hour campaigns as my guess. My estimate. This would be way higher. My estimate for that is 3 to 4 times. 3 to 4 times as much, which actually should make perfect sense. Although there are other things I could do. Anyway, there's a lot of things I could do to tighten things up and improve them over how I've been playing. RTI doesn't get listed here, unfortunately, which is one of the benchmarks I was using. As for the mite growth, yeah, because this particular challenge pushes mites so heavily, this is really warped at the moment. It is not indicative of what mite growth would look like in 12-hour runs normally. So, I'm gonna just set that aside. Anyway, interesting. Alright, so we should be finishing this final MAC challenge in just a moment. Estimated should be right about now. Let me see. There's 15 of these. So having 2,000 in each would end up being 30... excuse me. It's about 2,660 or so. 66 maybe. Of course, it's not 2,600 in all of them, because some of them are slower than others. But we gotta be, like, right there. Any second now. Anyway, I still cannot win. I still can't run the water temple. It's annoying. I don't think the cloud actually helps any at all, honestly. So, the thing is, after analyzing it a bunch, I've concluded that the problem is I'm just not doing enough damage. Even with Undyne here, taking out 10% of their health means they should all die within 10 turns unless they heal. But of course, there's those words, unless they heal. So the bite's around 20 to 30 turns. By then, the lethal poison has just stacked too much, and everyone just dies from the lethal poison. The enemies aren't killing us. The whale is taking a little bit of speed damage, but that's it. Like, honestly, the party is practically... would be completely immortal in this dungeon at this level. If only the poison could do it. So I just swapped in... exploding knives. I'm going to go ahead and stick a wind gem in them, of course. The other thing I can do... I'm not sure whether or not it's better to give her high water element or just give her a bunch of attack power. I don't know. I should probably ask. I should probably ask someone about that. I pretty much have the gems. I mean, I think 13 is like the weakest gem out of everything. Almost everything is a tier 15 gem right now. So we've got this one suboptimal gem, but that's not making a big difference. What I'm going to need to do... I'll probably give this thing exploding knives as well. I don't have very many good exploding knives. But I mean, we gotta contribute here. Yeah, I need to craft more exploding knives, whatever. Anyway, I can give that to the cloud. Those two will give me a tiny bit more damage, along with you. Might as well. I can upgrade this from... These can be triple S instead of single S. I don't have spare armor that's that good in fire right now. And it would take a long time to craft new ones. But I don't actually have to. Because I'm running the volcano at depth 4, I can get away with actually reforging something that was always way too expensive for me. I can now actually consider. And in doing so, for a rather hefty cost, I can increase everything. Look at all that. Okay, this is a bit of a problem for people running the water dungeon, but I mean, I also need to enchant the armor. But at the moment, that's not the issue. It's not my weakness to water. It's literally, I need more attack power. So, a couple of upgrades, getting a 10% here and a 10% there, specifically on the people who are doing all the damage, which is the alien and the witch are doing all my DPS. Coupled with a few exploding knives that might help soften the enemy up here. We'll run a test. I won't put the keys in their hands at the moment. I'll just drop this in, and we'll just take one quick peek with the exploding knives. They don't even have gems in them right now, but I mean, whatever. Let's take a look. Okay. The whole party died. We didn't use that many of our phoenix feathers, so we got 2 rooms in. Okay. So, as you can see, they're not doing a ton of damage to us, considering the kind of health we have and that we've got 2 medics with us. The damage we're receiving is pretty low end. even considering that I took off good pieces of equipment and gave them exploding knives with no gems in them. Here's my witch bombarding, not hitting nearly as hard as I might wish. But then you see the poison is doing 14,000 damage nearly. And everyone is being afflicted with the poison. It just gets worse and worse. So by turn 23, a frozen aura hits us for some. Lethally poisoned. Killed. Somehow he attacked after being dead and then died again. I don't even know what happened there. Undyne takes 15,000 from poison. There's Undyne doing the thing. 16,000, enough to kill the Cloud, who dies twice again. Boy, that's weird, isn't it? Yeah, anyway, it's the lethal poison. It's the lethal poison, and it seems to be hitting the same pet multiple times per turn. Every single time they take an action. So, if you're taking 16,000 damage, and you have 3 actions, I mean, how do you survive that? You don't! It's a real problem. We have to be able to end the fights in a handful of turns so the poison doesn't have so much time to mess us up. There'll be a tipping point somewhere. I suppose I could remove this wind gem for more fire. I'm still iffy on the ocean armor, to be honest. I really don't know. I don't have a good fire armor. This is a nice triple S thing. I'd have to give a single S armor if I switched. The exploding knives didn't seem to be helping any, which is very unfortunate. I was hoping that would help the alien do more. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. We're not leveling up because all of our XP is being shuttled off to the dojo. I guess I can take some time to just funnel it all into attack power for a bit. I kind of want to just boost XP, but I'll take it to 40 and I'll just start boosting attack. And I'll see if that doesn't help somewhat. I feel like it's not that far. I feel like it's close. But the key will make it more difficult, of course, much more difficult. And also, there'll be even when I get it working, there'll be a question of consistency. I've seen it go as far as like down here. But sooner or later, you know what's funny? This time I didn't even use the frost bombs. Even with Whalmer taking all of this speed damage, I mean, we've got 2 medics. It's not even that important to use the frost bomb. It helps, no doubt, but it's not even an essential. No, what we need is the DPS. We need the DPS. With a few more levels, you'd be making 6 attacks. I don't know. I don't know. There's just... I wish there was a pet I could replace one of you with that would make a huge impact, but as I kept saying, you gotta have the second supporter, just the way the dungeon is built. but I mean, even if I took that restriction out and just put an attacker in, well, maybe. Maybe. I mean, I've got some pretty good attackers out there. I don't know. I don't know. If I put Baby Carno in place of Cloud9, I wouldn't be able to run as many rooms. And with the alien, it actually exacerbates that because the hidden library is making me lose one each time. But that would be a pretty powerful attacker. On the other hand, if I just had anything running, anything, as a second mage, I would have the water type line up. I really think anything goes here. I really do. I think this is where anything belongs. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little while before I'm ready to pull him out. I mean, I could just stick the gold dragon in there and just suffer the loss of some of the XP. As much as I might hate to do that, I could do it. Oh, no. Classic XP. He gains XP very rapidly. He gains a lot of XP per hour. How long till he reaches level 100? Contemplating this here. I'm not even sure that anything will be enough to change things. Especially if we have all water, and then the keys, and this guy. They'll be constantly running one of the two things that make the enemies 50% stronger, and that's a lot. So that I mean, I know anything is very high level, but I mean, it's not high, it's not going to be enough. There's no way. I've taken the equip as far as it can, almost as far as it can. I can boost the attack power, but I mean, that'll only carry us so far. I don't know. Also, why aren't you done yet? Did I miscalculate something? I must have, right? Let me see. You're 1,000 levels behind, but this is 1,000 levels over, so that's fine. That balances. 5. A little bit less. I wish I could see an exact count of how many levels I have right now. There are just too many numbers that are... But it's gotta be, like, right there. It's kind of infuriating. Come on. Come on! End it! Well, anyway. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm going to get a bunch of challenge points from this. Oh, right. Timed. 3 days! Sometime, not right now, I'm going to get to bed, but I'm going to try to make a bunch of short, efficient runs. I'm going to reset everything again, and just try to do really short, efficient runs and see how much better I can get my numbers than this. If I was playing as close to optimally as I can possibly get. It's a very interesting question. I'm actually rather curious what optimal play for me would look like. Oh, hey, good, it finally finished. Thank you! I knew I had to be, like, right on it. Sadly, that only gives me a creation speed boost of 1. Not very many challenge points. But that's fine. I'm okay with that. Oh, look, that ran out. Oh, noes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. They're done. A nice 10% boost to might speed forevermore. I'm kind of tempted to do these, but I really shouldn't. So we're going to go back to overflow challenges. Although there are many things I want to do. Many things I'm very interested in doing. Oh yeah, feed them all. Oh yeah, do that. How much growth did that just give me? What was the growth before? Was it 1,700-ish? Something like that. Anyway, that was a lot of growth right there. Okay. Challenges. We'll do an overflow. And... yeah, do it. Do it! I probably should just type the number in here and be done with it, rather than clicking. Old habits die hard sometimes, I guess. Okie dokie. Do I have a thingy? I do. Cool. Awesome. Very glad I had that. Much appreciate those.